Yo, what's up, guys? So tomorrow Milan have themselves a fixture against Fiorentina. Now, Fiorentina are not off to the best start in Serie A this season. They're starting off 1-4-1 in their first 6 matches of the season under new manager Rafael Palladino. That does not mean Milan can go into this game underestimating Fiorentina. Fiorentina have some pretty decent players in their squad. They got the likes of Albert Goodmanson, who they had just signed this previous summer. They have Moise Kean, who's having a good resurgence season after not having any goals with Juve last year. He's got 2 goals in Serie A, and he's got a couple goals in Europe, and he scored a goal for Italy. So he's looking like he's getting into better form. You know, they got some veteran players like Biraghi, Mondragora. They got nice players like Kouame, Kyoto, and Colpani. So Fiorentina does have some nice young talent. They got a good young manager, but they started off the season a little bit slowly, of course. They did win their last game in the Conference League. They did win 2-0, so they are feeling a little bit confident going into this game. And as we know, Milan have lost their last game to Leverkusen, 1-0 in the Champions League. And I thought it was an okay performance. The second half was obviously better than the first. So if Milan can bring that second half performance into the Fiorentina game for a full 90 minutes, I expect Milan to get a result in this game. Now, Paulo Fonseca was talking in his pre-match interview today, talking about how he seems to be going with the same 11 as he did against Leverkusen. The only difference is that Ruben Loftus-Cheek will not be called up for this game. He is injured, along with Luka Jovic and Davide Calabria. So it seems like it's going to be Abraham and Morata up top again, of course. You're going to have Pulisic, Leao, Reinders, Fofana. Same defense line with Tomori, Gabbia, Teo, and Emerson Royal. So those 3 there are not called up for the game. And then somebody else asked Paulo Fonseca, since you do not have a backup striker on the bench because Jovic isn't called up, what about Noah Okafor? About playing in that position near Morata or Abraham? And he said that he does not feel that Noah Okafor has the characteristics to play in the middle of the field there as like a false number 9. So it seems like Paulo Fonseca will not give Noah Okafor an opportunity to play in the middle of the field there with either Morata or Abraham, and solely sees him as a left-winged or right-footed player. So Paulo Fonseca has shut the door on that. I don't understand why. Give the kid a chance, but if that's what he says, that's what he says. He's the manager, and he's going to make these decisions. Now, the other thing that concerns me, of course, is Morata's fitness. Is he good to go? You know, obviously he only played a half last time against Leverkusen, but Fonseca says he's good. So let's see how they play. If Milan continue to play the way they have in Serie A, they've won 3 straight games, of course, going for the 4th straight win in Serie A. So they're on the right track. They just have to continue the good performances. Tomorrow night against Fiorentina, of course, they've had the good games against Inter, Venezia, Lecce. Obviously, they had a bump in the road against Leverkusen, but I still felt it was a decent performance. So now Milan must continue their good form in Italy, continue the continuity in their 11. But that's another thing, too, guys, I want to mention about the 11. This is the 4th straight game or 5th straight game now. He's playing the same exact 11. Okay, the question is now, what are you saying to the other players on the bench, like Chukwueze, Musa, Tenicciano, Okafor? You know, Fonseca said that he trusts them and that he just wants to gain some continuity with the 11 and them getting to trust each other. But if you don't play the guys on the bench, how are they going to be in match fitness or match form? And then if a player does get injured per se, like say Fofana gets injured and you put Musa in there, Musa's barely played since the Padma game, and then you expect him to start and have an impact into the match. These are the type of things that I question Fonseca on and that I really don't understand. You know, like, why don't you give Christian Pulisic a break tomorrow night and play Samuel Chukwueze? Give him a start, show him that you're willing to give him some confidence and give him a game. But if he goes with the same 11 again tomorrow, I don't hate it, but I am concerned about fitness moving forward into the season because Champions League, we still got games. You know, Coppa Italia hasn't happened yet. So Milan have some more games coming up, so you need to rotate the squad. And this will be the 5th game in a row, I'm pretty sure Fonseca is not rotating the squad other than Cheek for Morata. So that's pretty concerning if you guys ask me. And the other substitute is Calabria, but we know how useless Calabria is, guys, right? So Fonseca needs to start rotating the squad a bit more, in my opinion, to keep this team fresher. I know we have an international break coming up after this game. That's why I think he's playing this 11 again. But after this, guys, when the games get more tighter in days, he has to rotate the squad more for them to stay healthy and for them to have a chance to compete for the Scudetto, of course. Because we saw Napoli again yesterday winning, of course. Juventus had that miraculous comeback win in the Champions League. They look good. Inter looks strong, of course, winning 4-0 in the Champions League. So It's going to be a deep competition this year for the Scudetto, so Milan have to make sure they stay fresh and ready to go. But the Fiorentina game tomorrow is a tough matchup on the road. Milan have had their difficulties this season on the road, of course. So let's hope they start turning it in the right direction tomorrow night and get themselves a win. Hopefully they win this game, guys. I'm hoping they win this game around 3-1 or 3-0. Get a clean sheet. Continue the process in the right direction, guys. And let's hope for another victory tomorrow night. But guys, thanks for watching this video as always. Click like if you like this video. Subscribe if you guys want to see more content, guys. Forza Milan sempre, guys. And remember, if you do not watch sports, you are more. Ciao, guys.